Hey everybody, it's D from D&D Ditches, and today the D stands for dairy free. I got us some almond latte. And if you're wondering why we're suddenly on a coffee hangout date together, you might have missed an episode. So now let's talk Planescape. The best thing about Planescape is the setting is heavy on fluff and light on crunch. That means it's all about the lore and flavor with very few rules or mechanics, so therefore it's almost completely system agnostic. You can play using rules from 2E, 5E, Pathfinder, Cypher, Make-Believe, or whatever you want and still have a good time. I will give you 3 reasons to try out Planescape, each aligning with the 3 D&D pillars of play, that is, combat, exploration, and social encounters, which I'm going to fold into the larger umbrella of role-playing. Okay, so let me get this straight. You've raided hundreds of goblin camps, driven out the cultists, staked Strahd, defeated the ancient red and or black dragon, and slain the mighty Tarask? Do you feel like you came, you saw, and you conquered? Do you feel like D&D doesn't offer you any more challenges or surprises? Have you tried Planescape? The planes are vast and infinite, filled with exotic and esoteric creatures that you've probably never seen or heard of before. Let me show you. This is the Casotion, a menace of the inner planes. It has an intangible body except for its 2 long pseudopods protruding from its mouth-like opening, covered in thousands of tiny poisoned razor hooks. Poison eventually leads to paralysis and then disintegration. How about the Lalendi, the sexy winged snake women from Selûne's realm in Eastgard? They all wear colorful and unique masks and holds art and creativity to the highest regard. Or try the Murska, large beetle-like hunters of Pandemonium. Upon devouring its prey in full, their body starts molting into the form of their last meal, forming a perfect disguise. That is, until it starts getting hungry again, and then its stolen form will start to shed. Most dangerously though, the Murska is able to retain the intelligence of the creature it devours, accessing its memories, able to speak its language, and once it's had a taste of intelligence, it will continue to seek it out. And here's a good one for you, the Pariah of Machinus. Shaped like curvaceous females except they're completely hollow and they seek perfection of the multiverse. In combat, its skin turns malleable and sticky like the web spell. Anyone caught and not freed within 1 turn will be smothered by its black dress, turning the victim into what it considers a perfect being, a pariah, like itself. So I hear you say, hey Ditch, that's all very nice, but I run 5e. You know what? I run Planescape in 5e myself, so I totally get it. There are many monster conversions available on the DM's Guild, or you can try doing a Google search. You might find that someone has already done the conversion for you. So you're on your 6th session pursuing the Necromancer. You've been stuck in his underground catacombs for the last 3 weeks, and just this very last session that you had the big reveal that he worships Orcus. Your mind drifts off to the last cat video that you saw as you try to sneak in a yawn without your DM noticing, and you wonder what is new on Netflix this week. Don't worry, I've been there. These sessions that go on for months with no end in sight, and you still haven't even left the city yet. Have you tried Planescape? The planes are infinite universes, each diverse and unique. The cavernous tunnels of Pandemonium with howling winds that would drive anyone insane. You shouldn't need to worry about yourself. Your friend, on the other hand though, he's been babbling to himself for the last day or so and his sword arm is getting very twitchy. Do you fancy being a Viking? Try Isgard, the plane of the Norse gods. Make friends with the Ratatosk as you climb the roots of Yggdrasil on your way to Niflheim in the Grey Wastes. Or perhaps you want to go on a pilgrimage and climb the 7 heavens of Mount Celestia. Pick one of the 6 paths towards spiritual enlightenment. The path of the 5 virtues requires complete honesty, charity, hope, moderation, and tolerance. Think you've got what it takes? And the best part, plane hopping could be as easy as jumping in a portal. No boring hex crawls, we skip right to the fun bits, where the journey is as memorable as the adventure. Having DM for players with short attention spans or difficulty with focusing, I have developed a rhythm with taking the players to a different plane every other session, so that way they remain engaged on the game and not on their phones. If you're a player that craves variety, take the planes for a spin. And if you prefer urban adventures, Sigil, the City of Doors, is the London, New York, and Singapore of the multiverse. It has everything. So there's a part of the slummiest slums that ever slummed called the Slags. The what? For my British friends, Slags is a place. Don't call someone a place. And make sure you check out the Sensorium at the Civic Fest Hall, where people come to record and play back past sensory experiences. What does getting your head chopped off feel like? Go ahead, try it out. Want to taste the Styx water? They probably have one of those too. Social encounters. We love that one charisma die roll for that sweet, sweet discount every time we go shopping. Or plead for more gold as we turn in our quest reward with another charisma roll. And when it's time for negotiations, you guessed it, one charisma roll it is. And canvas them for more gold, because why not? I mean, that's why you picked the charisma class, isn't it? And what are you going to do with that gold anyway? But have you ever wondered what meaningful role-playing looks like? Have you tried Planescape? I mentioned previously that on the outer planes, beliefs shape reality. Quite literally, in fact. When enough people believe in something, it can and will happen. This is used both for flavor and incorporated into the game mechanics. Here comes the age-old question. What is the meaning of life? Well, there are 15 factions in Sigil and many more around the planes all think they've figured it out. And you know what? They're all correct. The Sensates believe that the multiverse can only be truly understood once they have seen, heard, touched, smelled, and tasted everything there is. These adventurers say yes and to everything at least once. The Godsmen believe in apotheosis, that everyone has the potential to become a god. Through reincarnation, they aim to climb the evolution ladder to one day reach the divine. Some say the last Factol has done exactly that. He has ascended and now grants healing spells to faction members. The Ciphers believe that action without thought is the purest thought of all. Why think when you don't have to? It only slows you down. You want to join? You need to think about it. Oh, I'm sorry, you're not a good fit for our faction. The Ring-Givers of Eastgard believes that everything that they give out will return to them threefold. They live in deplorable poverty but never has to ask for anything in their life. It just falls on their lap. The more nefarious members accumulates favors from across the multiverse and comes to collect when it's just the right time. The factions are philosophers with clubs, but they're more than that. They also run parts of the city of Sigil. Planescape provides the ideal backdrop to run more elevated role-playing concepts if you have a fancy tackling political, theological, philosophical, and economic themes. The factions are all that and a bag of chips. Whether you want to take on faction duties, ascend the ranks, usurp the Factol, or follow your own ideals. After all, the planes are shaped by belief. If you change the moral or ethical behavior of a town from an outer plane, the entire town will be transposed from that plane onto another plane that best fits its new values. It's called cosmic realignment. There's even a sect called the Order of the Planes Militant from Mount Celestia that's already doing that. Their MO is to turn everybody on the plane's lawful good, which will cause parts of the other planes to join Mount Celestia, hoping to reunite the multiverse under the seven heavens one day. Drawing parallels from the computer game series Civilization, in other settings, everybody's going for the conquest victory. But in Planescape, diplomacy, religious, technology, and culture victories are also attainable. Question being, which one speaks to you? So having heard all that, why not give Planescape a go? And if you made it this far, give me a thumb up and subscribe for more Planescape content. And let me know down in the comments what topics you would like me to cover. And until next time, hope we get to hang out again in my next video.